Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra, I'm preacher of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. Today I'm going to talk about Damodar Pant Chapekar. Chapekar brothers, we all have heard, but how Chapekar brothers got motivation from Shrimad Bhagavad Gita? So let's get into. But before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is written by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Mahaprabhu from ISKCON temple. And I would have to say Srimad Bhagavad Gita is neither religious book nor spiritual book, but a true such pure book, the science and humanity. And I am trying to propagate a humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, trying to morally motivate to those people who are actually frustrated and attempted to commit suicide on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So let's get into Gita, the eternal soulmate. Actually, the super soul and the soul, the relation between the super soul and soul, this is what Damodar Pant Chapekar, he believed in Indian freedom struggle. When he got executed, then he stated, my body is only executed, but my soul is still eternal. My soul will surely be eternal. So what he stated. And there was a calamitous plague in the late 1880s in the province of Maharashtra in India. There was a outbroken of plague. I'm talking about 1880 in the Maharashtra state. Thousands of the people were killed in this plague, and the unhelpful British, their agricultural policies of enforcing of the cotton production rather than traditional food crops heightened the impact of the plague on the people. Actually, Britishers were actually forced the people to grow the cotton rather than the food grain, and because of the particular things, because of this particular policy, actually it got heightened the outbroken of the particular plague disease. In such a critical condition faced by India, and grand celebration of the Queen Victoria's golden jubilee were held in Pune with a pomp and also grandeur, and this resulted in a deep seated anger. Actually, because actually Chapekar brother both actually watching, actually because Indian people are dying due to plague, and these Britishers were celebrating the grand jubilee, Queen Victoria's golden jubilee in a Pune. So actually he got anger. Chapekar brother who got anger, and this resulted the deep-seated anger and resentment among the Indians against the Englishmen. And this was at this time that the freedom struggle against the British was getting a foothold in the Maharashtra. Foothold in the Maharashtra. The freedom struggle actually got a foothold in Maharashtra. And pertaining to this, an incident occurs infuriated with the callous attitude of British. Damodar Chapekar shot dead the British plague commissioners, Mr. Rand and R.A.N.D. Rand, and also British officer. Actually, Mr. Damodar Pant Chapekar brother, who shot dead to British plague commissioner Mr. Rand, and also British officers arrested on the June 22, 1897 in Pune. And here is a remarkable things to know about the freedom fighters who saw that Gita meant to him. When he went to gallows on the April 1898, after being betrayed by his friend, he holding Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in his hand. And similarly, devotedness to Gita is reflected in his life of the following great soul. And he strongly believed, I have to only perform my prescribed duty. So my prescribed duty is to fight against injustice. So Mr. Damodar Pant Chapekar, he clearly stated his name is Damodar. Damodar is one of the name of Lord Krishna. So Damodar Chapekar clearly stated before his execution, he holds Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in his hand. He holds Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in his hand before his execution. And he clearly stated many verses of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita about Karma Yoga. He clearly stated about Sankhya Yoga. Bhakti Yoga and also Gyan Yoga, he clearly stated and he recited this all the things before all the gallows, prisoner gallows in the Lahore jail, in the jail before his execution, because he saw that Mr. Rand and also the Aristos. So this is how he motivated from Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. This is how he following of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. At the time of his death, actually he requested to Britishers to keep, they don't have to, he doesn't like to tie his hand, and his hand should be open. So on his open hand, he holds Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. Mr. Damodar Pant Chapekar holds Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in his hand. So how he following of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, how he was devoted to Lord Krishna. To follow Shrimad Bhagavad Gita means we all have to follow each and every verse of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. We all have to follow each or implement each and every verses of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in our life. So this is a true worship of Lord Krishna. So at the time of his death, he holds Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. And Madan Lal Dhingra had a colorful and vibrant personality and was one who sought a dead Sir Curzon Willie, and in London in 1909, Bhagat Singh acknowledged Dhingra as a predecessor, and he went to a gallows in London in August 17, 1909, and died with a Srimad Bhagavad Gita in his hand. He died with Srimad Bhagavad Gita in his hand. He holds Srimad Bhagavad Gita in his hand. Bhagat Singh means Madan Lal Dhingra stated Bhagat Singh actually Bhagat Singh's guru, or Bhagat Singh got a motivation from Madan Lal Dhingra. Madan Lal Dhingra stated, सांस थमी है आंधी सी, तूफान उठा है सीने में, जब तक देश मेरा गुलाम है मौज कहाँ है जीने में, जब तक देश मेरा गुलाम है मौज कहाँ है जीने में. मदन लाल ढींगरा, मदन लाल, मदन मोहन, one of the name of Lord Krishna. So how can we forget the supreme sacrifice of these all people? And they all got motivated from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So how they all are prominent, and how these all people executed this all the prescribed duty for the nation, for the country. The supreme sacrifice of these all people will never be forgotten by Indian people. So we all have to respect, we all have to salute these all people, and we all have to bow our head at a billion times before these all people, our freedom fighter. Because जो ये हमारा तिरंगा है ना, जो हमारा राष्ट्रध्वज है, तिरंगा है, वो हवा से नहीं लहराता है. लिसन इट वेरी केयरफुली. हमारा जो तिरंगा है ना, हवा से नहीं लहराता है. जो हमारे जो फ्रीडम फाइटर थे, जो शहीद थे, उनके खून से लहराता है, उनकी सांसों से लहराता है. तो मिट्टी को माँ कहते हैं, माटी को माँ कहते हैं, माँ है भारत माँ, भरोसा रख अपनी संतानों पे, हम तिरंगा गाड़ देंगे आसमानों पे. हे भारत माँ, भरोसा रख अपनी संतानों पे, हम तिरंगा गाड़ देंगे आसमानों पे. This is what Madan Lal Dhingra stated. This is what Damodar Pant Chapekar stated. Chapekar brother, how can we forget the supreme sacrifice of Chapekar brother? So how our freedom fighter, follower of Srimad Bhagavad Gita? If you are having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe.